Want to do another video? It's still late. Can't sleep. Thinking about things. The neighbors are awake, so it's like, what's the point in trying to sleep? Um, I tried to get up to go sit in my chair, and I was like, that was a terrible idea. My body's like super stiff, sore. I was thinking about a couple different thoughts that made me think of a subject regarding being a gosh darn alpha male. I was like, you know, one of the things I enjoy saying are that alpha males are a different type of animal. Just a saying I like saying for some reason. Alpha males are a different kind of animal. Uh, they are, for sure. Uh, there have been some men that when I was a young person that I met, and I said, that guy a little bit different. I don't know about that guy. That guy scares me. I don't know why. It had to do with the person. I had clearly, that's that is an example of just how some men are. Um, and when I was younger, growing up, I heard a few of my female friends say that I was showing signs of toxic masculinity. I said, well, what is that? And to me, what I remember them saying is that, you're not allowing me to be myself. You're being toxic. I said, oh, I'm just being myself. At the time, as a young person, you know, I don't think it's wrong taking time to be by yourself so that you can grow up. I've been doing that. I also don't think it's wrong having friends, you know, but there's a part of me that is aware that being by myself is good. You know, sometimes I like to joke around and to myself, not saying out loud, but just telling myself, alpha male, doodle 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 doodle. Look at me, talking myself up or whatever, getting myself, all pumped up, for whatever reason, usually because I'm silly, you know, get a kick out of it. I'm like, I say some silly stuff. Like I'm kind of embarrassed to say. I'm like I'm a big dog. I'm a big dog. Just like that stupid stuff. Uh, I don't know why some of that stuff is just stupid. like right now I do feel pretty I do feel lazy, but I do feel pumped up still. It's a weird thing. Like I know I've got my energy I can tap into and power up like a gosh darn Power Ranger. Um, like if I wanted to, I could go to the gym. You know, I really ain't that strong. I don't think I'm that strong. I'm pretty strong, but like physically. But like today, I did have a moment of, or should I say yesterday? It is technically the next day. It's just late at night or early in the morning. But like I had a moment of realization that like I talk about being a big dog, like oh alpha male, doodle doodle doo. But to be real, like I realize, at times I'm just like I feel like a small guy, you know. Got that feeling sometimes, and I'm like oh man, wish I didn't. I wish I didn't. Wish I was stronger. Wish I was this or that, and then make excuses when I start feeling bad. And I'm like, well, I'm a pretty person. I don't need to be the biggest, strongest. I got all these other qualities about me. I'm just like talking to myself, being dumb. Well, well. But the thing is like, you know, today I was yesterday I was lifting a trash can. And I was lifting a trash can with a lady that I like, um, and she was like, "Well, this is really heavy. You think you can do it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, do it." And I lifted it, and I could see that like I was like, "This is dumb. Why am I? Why do I feel like?" At that moment where I'm like, "God damn it! Wish I was stronger." I feel like in this moment, I'm like, I'm the alpha male. I gotta I gotta be the big guy in this moment. There's no other guys around. I'm the guy. You know, just stupid. Uh, but I definitely did realize that a feeling of over over confidence. You know, like I did. We did get the trash can and empty the trash. It was really, really, really heavy, but we were able to do it. And I didn't realize that it was a thing or that I was going to think about it later. I'm like, well, that was kind of a dumb decision based off of, you know, somebody could have got hurt by accident, and I was making decisions, you know. I was looking at the wall, I think I saw a bug or something. I don't know what the heck that is. I can't see. Anyways, um, yeah, that's gonna bother me. I'm gonna go get that. Hold on, I'm gonna get that bug. I'm gonna get it. Alpha male, big dog, strong, and get it. But I think I'm just gonna put the camera like this. Hold on. Just like a dang it. Don't matter none. I don't know why I'm being weird. I'm being weird right now. Extra weird. Um, talk about being alone. This is a good example. Like, I'm still like learning about myself. So this video is a good example of that. But well, there's definitely a lot of frustration that comes with it. A lot of being cynical, skeptical, and cynical, and bounce around different mental techniques about, you know, thinking in different ways to handle different situations. You know, everybody does that. One thing I do want to say about the the lady that I knew when I was younger, who I was attracted to, and I think we were dating. You know, can't say for sure, like technically, you know, but I would say we were dating. Um, you know, telling me I'm toxic, toxic masculinity. Um, you know, hurt me because, you know, she used to tell me truth. But like for me, I was like, well, I'm not trying to be mean. She's like, you ain't being mean. You're just dumb. You're just dumb. And I'm like, well, can't, you know, the phrase, the old saying, can't fix stupid. You know. But uh, to change the subject, you know, as on the subject of alpha male, you know, and on the subject of changing mindsets, and and referencing videos I've made in the past regarding good and evil mindsets. You know, being in a good mindset where I'm like, well, I want everything to be good and everything to get along and everything. I'm trying my best. I want to be helpful and doodle doodle doo. You know, I switch over thinking in like an evil mindset. I'm just like, I just do not give a darn. And like thinking of same situation from an evil mindset, I'm like, toxic masculinity. You know, just like, I don't, being an asshole, you know. So essentially, you're saying I'm too masculine. It's just not the truth. You know, it's not what it means. I don't know. I'm trying to think in more in a younger, more childish mindset, but you know, I really don't thinking in the more evil terms or whatever. I really don't care. Uh, I am seriously annoyed that my neighbors are awake right now. Um, Not that I don't enjoy at times mild suffering. Yeah, as I said, my body hurts, and my head's buzzing a little bit, and part of me is like, aware that people are connected to me and that there is the chance that me being awake and unhappy, there is the possibility that there are people who love me and connected to me spiritually. They're like, why the hell is he awake right now? What's going on? You know, all of this, um, un, you know, n- not logical, should I say? It's just whatever. May or may not be based in uh, uh, just based off of my findings and my learning of things that appear to be irrational, or illogical, should I say. I'm like, well, gosh darn, if I'm awake right now, because these assholes, there are people who are, there may be, gosh darn people, and that's why my head's buzzing a bit, you know. I don't like that. I don't like the people being awake, and I think in an evil mindset. I'm like, wow, well, too damn bad. I'm awake, and y'all are being awake because y'all spiritually connected to me. Well, gosh darn. It's like, that's it. It's like, well, gosh darn. As if that's the end all be all of it, or like the end of story. Gosh darn. Uh, yeah, but given all of those things, and I really don't care. Um, you know, truth of it is, it don't really matter. Now, part of me is like, well, what am I gonna do today? Might as well use this time to think about things I got to do. I'm like, it don't matter. I wonder what other people are doing. Well, it don't matter. Wouldn't it be nice if it don't I had somebody ask me yesterday about my leg. How's your leg doing? I said my leg hurts like hell. And I turned away. And that was the end of the story. The end of the conversation. The person was like, wait a second. I don't want the conversation to end. Tell me more. I don't like. I could tell the person was like, I don't like that you're in pain. Tell me more. I was like, and then I turned around quickly. I looked at the person and I said, well, I have the ability to make the pain go away, but you know, I like suffering. I like pain. I don't know, I'm weird. There's reasons for that. I didn't really go into the reasoning. Just talk about a person in passing. Briefly. I said I don't really need much of a reason more than that. I don't really need a reason for anything, to be honest. It don't matter. I like that about myself. I like that I can just do that. It don't matter. But end of conversation, end of idea, end of thought. how can you argue with someone who says that? I mean, clearly you can. You could argue all day about anything. It's like, well, clearly to him, Mr. Toxic Masculinity over here, it don't matter. Which I know a lot of people can't do. I know that people have a hard time just saying, well, it don't matter, whatever. It's like, it's not an easy thing for a lot of, I know I used to, couldn't put something down, I felt like my only option was to keep on continuing a conversation, justify so I don't feel bad, my feelings, my feelings, my feelings, my feelings, my feelings, my feelings. But it's like, now that, it don't matter. Alpha male, big dog, feeling bad, got feelings about lifting a trash can with a lady and not feeling like I was as strong as I should have been. My decision making wasn't as good as it could have been. Clearly, I care about this lady. To add on to the story, her daughter was watching. I was lifting something with the trash can with the lady, and the daughter's watching. And of course, I'm like, oh, I'm a big alpha male, big dog, alpha male. Don't matter. It don't freaking matter. But my feelings and my instincts said, telling me, well, it do matter. I said, well, instincts and feelings, I'll tell you what, don't matter. End of story. And my instincts are like, gosh darn. Like, too bad instincts, too bad feelings. My instincts are like, but I really, I really want to dig into that thought. I really want to think about it. There's got to be something there. There's something. It don't freaking matter. And I wish I could just. It's not that I could do that. It's that I wish that I would do that more. It don't matter. It don't freaking matter. Anyways, I wish I had some coffee right now or some tea. I actually do have some tea. Holy crap. I might drink some tea. That sounds really good. I'm excited. I'm going to drink some tea, continue this good headache that I've got going on right now. I think spiritually related headache that I got going on. Sounds weird. It is. And just stare at the ceiling in the darkness. But more importantly, think about that damn bug I saw on the wall and how I didn't smash it. But it don't matter. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching.